Mick Fleetwood once calculated that if he laid out every line of cocaine the band did during these sessions, it would stretch for 7 miles. By 1976, Fleetwood Mac was considered an incompetent joke, a band of ghosts where guitarists either went unhinged or joined religious cults. But while the band was disintegrating, the tapes were rolling on what would become the greatest album of all time. To find the truth, we've spent the last month digging through actual session track sheets and the raw memoirs of the people in the room, including producer Ken Calliat. We're uncovering the technical secrets and the drug-fueled lunacy that the official documentaries won't tell you. Imagine recording a hit record with 5 people who refuse to look at or even speak to each other. Inside the windowless, clockless record plant in Sausalito, they created a cocoon that caused total temporal disorientation. This interpersonal silence wasn't just a byproduct of the drama. It was actually a professional requirement. Because they couldn't talk, they were forced to be more honest in the songs, sending aggressive, high-stakes messages to each other through the tape. When you hear Buckingham and Nicks sing the chorus of The Chain together, you aren't just hearing harmonies, you're hearing white-knuckled taunting. The two would often be in the middle of a screaming match until the moment the recording light turned on, at which point they would instantly transition into singing like angels. Part of that haunting magic came from a technical secret, the Stevens 821 tape machine. Its unique, free-flowing tape path captured their voices with a ruthless clarity that made their pain sound three-dimensional. But the atmosphere remained a silent hell. The band typically partied until midnight and only started recording at 2 a.m. when they were so whacked out they had no emotional defenses left to hide behind. They even operated with a secret language. When the band or the engineers needed a drug break to survive the 12-hour shifts, someone would simply start humming the theme to Chariots of Fire. A specialist had to be brought in to manually synchronize fresh tapes to save the record, essentially playing the tape machines like an instrument to preserve the audio. In the end, Fleetwood Mac proved you don't have to like your teammates to create a masterpiece. You just have to be brave enough to signal to each other through the dark. That is the real legacy of Rumours. 50 years later, we aren't just listening to pop songs, we're listening to their war stories.